Okay, good evening. Today is January 8th. This is the Norfolk Conservation Commission. And according to state regulations, we're abiding by the open meeting rules. And this meeting is being video and audio taped. The first hearing we have is for 15 Lincoln Road, NOI 240-0624, continued from December. Are they here? Okay, they are not here. So we will wait, pause on them, and we can go ahead and look at the minutes for December 11th and make any changes.
One change on the minutes from December 11th would be page 2, underneath, the second paragraph underneath where it states 15 Lincoln Road, NOI number 240. The beginning of the sentence says, site as an auto salvage junkyard, semicolon, much of the automobiles and parts have been buried throughout the site over the years. BSC proposes to flatten out the site, comma. What I'd like added in is after the removal of metal and car parts.
Let me just find where
It's in the middle, yeah.
oh, flatten out the site,
6.
comma,
Yes,
and then add,
after removal of metal and car parts. 'Cause that's what he,
Said that was his intent.
correct, because based on his Google Earth pictures, he could see cars and then mounds.
okay, so, I'm sorry, BSC proposed to flatten out the site, and that's when you wanted to say after removal of metal and car parts?
Correct.
Did he say, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking car, do you wanna say car versus vehicle? 'Cause,
You could say vehicle.
Yeah,
just in case you're not.
yeah.
Yeah, they may not be all cars. Any other changes to the minutes? Corrections? Alan, anything?
I'm good.
Okay. Fred? All set. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of December 11th, 2019.
I move to accept the minutes from December 11th, 2019,
Second?
Second.
Any, as amended?
as amended.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it passes. Okay, do you want to go through the correspondence, Janet?
Yep, and hopefully you people have that.
No, I don't think, did you give us, you didn't give us the copies of that yet.
Okay,
Of which
I
one?
think they were sent to us by email,
okay.
Which one?
all the correspondence
From,
from Clark Street, Callahan Pond, Franklin Line, and the Board of Health fishing locations.
Right, I sent those Board of Health, because I think I had sent them off to people.
Yeah.
They just wanted an idea for locations for their signs, so I sent those off to, Fran and Board of Health, and she thanked me, so she did get them. So that's good. We just got the MBTA Franklin line with the double tracks. It's kind of tricky to get over to site visits, so the idea they're supposed to send us the reports. So
Yeah.
we hit a gap where we weren't getting reports, so I was gently like, so anyway, we finally got the updates, you know, where they're checking the erosion controls and all that,
Yeah.
so.
so is Clark Street all set? They tore down the building and they
Clark's-
just mentioned that
they're-
it should
yeah,
be
they're
looked at again
talking-
in the spring?
Did they say that? Because I remember
Yeah, they
reading it.
said,
Yeah, everything's growing good,
Yeah.
and
right, because they had to restore.
Yeah.
The restored area will be reevaluated in 2020. An assessment about any necessary corrective actions will be made at that time. Yeah, it looked like there was still some growing areas, but it looked like it was being,
It was pretty good.
yeah. So it's overtaken by the natural vegetation.
Yeah.
So what, are they gonna let it grow natural as opposed to mowing it? No?
I hope so.
So that's what appears.
Because I don't, if they were removing that whole thing, then I don't see, and I think there was even talking, we were out there about them, there might have been a fire hydrant out there that they were talking about getting out of. But the idea that an area not needed, so why continue with?
Sure.
Most of that out there, I believe, is natural vegetation, the whole area out there.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Just
they
let it
probably
grow
just
in
Let it
and
grow in and let it go.
Trees come
Yeah.
in and
yeah.
Yep.
be done with it. And Callahan Pond was just normal.
Her update with where they were with the water
Yeah.
level, with the, it's tricky too, because we haven't. I
Do
mean,
they need
first-
to get going on the chestnut removal for this year coming up? So they're not begging us for permission at the last minute again?
That was
Or Highland Lake?
Barbara
Because it
Bartholomew.
appears though,
Yeah,
they
but that,
need,
no, that was for Callahan Pond too, right?
it appears
They
that they,
just did the Highland Lake.
Yeah, but Callahan Pond has the same problem, but they go in and de-vegetate it, don't they? Themselves?
Well, they were even doing that at Highland Lake. It just, you had people with their canoes or whatever, but you know, how much time do people have to do that and what do you do with it? And then it just was going faster than people could
Yeah,
keep.
but Callahan Pond, though, you can draw down to an inch or two, a couple of inches. Whereas Highland Lake was a lake,
Callahan Pond can go down that far because it's, the outfall, it only goes so far down. So
yeah,
that's what they've been playing with trying to lower it to. get
let
rid
it
of some of the,
freeze, doesn't it? So
water
it
lilies.
freezes and kills it supposedly?
Well, like this, because they're, right
Yeah.
now, they're working on the water lilies, because they have so many at Callahan Pond, but right now, we're not really, we hit the real cold, and then it's been warmed up, so how far
Not-
down did it get? How much did you?
Yeah,
so it looks like they're requesting to do the same thing again in 2020.
Who's that?
requesting for what?
Callahan?
Solitude in, on Highland Lake.
Oh, yes,
But
yeah,
as
yeah.
as a company, they're gonna suggest,
But I think
Right.
there's money for it to do
that
it for a
that
couple
didn't come
of,
from us, so
oh,
So
no,
who do they go in front of for the money to get approval for that?
town meeting.
depends who, that was,
There's
That
town,
went to
there's
Bob.
town
they went to
meeting.
Bob
town
McGee.
meeting to
Bob
get,
and Guy did the first one, I believe, but I was under the impression they didn't have the funds to do it this year coming up. I could be wrong.
Oh,
because
Because
that,
that was part of
what they just
do
did
is
for
you
Highland
do
Lake
it the
was
first
town
year, and then you
meeting.
gotta come back for a
Yep.
couple of years, each time with a decreasing amount of money that
You
it's
got
gonna
the seeds
cost.
and everything, right?
But if they grow it 20% a year, so, you know,
Yeah.
if they get out 75%, and then you wait 2 or 3 more years to do it again, you're right back where you
Back to
started.
Yeah.
So, because I realize they grow that fast, so. but
and
if they-
unfortunately, they can't get any of the I don't believe they can get CPC money, which would be nice, because it's cash sitting there and it's not,
They won't do it for $250? The amount of our funding.
not for this, no, the CPC, I mean, they've got $1 million in probably for us,
Oh, okay.
for conservation and recreation, no, conservation, whatever. But, no, because it's maintenance, and you can't pay for maintenance. There's strict laws, and it doesn't make sense, but anyways, okay. Well, we'll wait to hear from them, but yeah, and see what Highland Lake comes back with. At this time, what I'd like to do, I guess under new business, is the annual town meeting for 2020 calendar came out today. They approved it at the select board meeting last night. The town meeting is on the 12th of May, and the warrants are open as of yesterday, and they close February 13th. So if we come up with anything in the next month, we need to write it up and let Blythe, the town administrator, know and start getting in it, but I don't know of anything at this time, and money is tight. They're looking at a level-funded budget, and so we'll see how that goes. We're,
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is there a precedent for that? Has the
of
commission?
what?
The commission going before the town meeting and making these kinds of requests?
If there was a piece of land that wanted to be purchased, we could do that through the with CPC money, but it still has to be approved by the town to release it. I don't think conservation has really done much, unless there was a bylaw or something that we wanted to change, to go in front of the town meeting, but, yeah, it's not too much out of this commission.
Okay.
But I know, like zoning, they have a number of issues, but they're gonna go into the fall meeting, and where they're rezoning different areas and changing language and
Is
stuff.
that what you sent us? It's like 20 pages of
Wait, what? I'm
new
sorry.
zoning ordinances or zoning changes. It was fees.
Oh, no, those are the zoning board of appeals regulation,
Okay.
fees to the,
Fee changes.
yeah,
Oh,
fee
okay.
changes to their regulation. Now, the zoning changes are really under the planning board, it's, the zoning districts for the town.
Yeah. But there's a large, quite a few of them, so. Well, it's 7:15, and Lincoln Road is still not here, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned.